really, really excited about this topic, and it is going to be phobias! Yay! For me, I have one phobia, and I'll get into that a little bit later. I just kind of want to go over a few things. I want to talk about the difference between a fear and a phobia, what happens to people that have phobias. Maybe if you don't have a phobia, you kind of want to understand what's the difference between those and what would cause somebody to have a phobia of something. I also kind of want to get into maybe things like, people that don't have phobias, they don't really understand that, they may think to do something is funny. Like, let's say somebody is afraid of, I don't know, bees or something, and they, take them into the forest and, shove them near a tree that has, a hornet's nest or something. That's not funny. It may seem funny to you, but it's really not. People that have phobias, it's very, very serious. So let's just start. I'm going to tell you what exactly a fear is. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. So a fear is kind of like, when people say, oh, I have a fear of heights. You are scared. You're very, very frightened. You don't really want to go through with it. You kind of nervous, you kind of have those, I want to say with heights, for me, I have butterflies in my stomach, but you still go through with it. You're still able to handle it without having a nervous breakdown. You're able to, control yourself. Let's say you're going through a haunted house, and this goes perfectly well with October, and you're afraid of the dark. That's normal. But, when you're going through the house, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. That's what a fear is. You're just scared. But you're still able to go through it. Some people, obviously, their fears are a little bit more extreme, and they probably wouldn't want to go into a haunted house. But it kind of almost, someone that has, a fear of the dark and stuff like that, for me, haunted houses, I'm very, very frightened, but I also have, the adrenaline pumping. So, a fear is serious, but you can totally help yourself through a situation. You can help, how you react. You can, almost be okay going through it. Now, phobias or fears can turn into phobias when they're in very, very extreme cases. For me, I would say the most common thing that happens to people to get a phobia is when a traumatic event happens to you that you were already fearful of, that you already had a fear of. If that traumatic event happens to you and it triggers that fear, you will most likely turn that fear into a phobia, because you remember that event over and over in your head, and you remember how you felt and how scared you were and all of that stuff. And that's what happens. That I would say about most of the time. And then the other things that usually make you have a phobia is, you're born with it. Sometimes people just, they're just automatically they cannot be around certain things. Sorry. It's really good mint. Have you ever had these mints before? They're teeny mints. They come in this little thing. Like that. It's only a couple left. They're very, very minty. Okay. Sorry. A phobia is, it starts off with extreme fear of something. So you went from just being fearful, being afraid of something, to actually having extreme fear, where it's almost, well, for people that have phobias, it is uncontrollable how they react. It's very persistent. You can't just turn it off okay, I'm not afraid of heights anymore. Let's go do that roller coaster. Sounds great. It doesn't happen like that. It constantly just frightens you. I'm actually going to tell you guys what my phobia is. And, it's going to be kind of tough for me to talk about it because I don't even like talking about it. It makes me really, really itchy. It makes me really nervous. So I have a phobia of spiders. I can't even have my feet on the ground when I talk about this because it really, really gets to me. I can't have my feet uncovered. I don't have socks on, so I'm like freaking out right now. Okay, sorry. I have a phobia of spiders. It's arachnophobia. It's one of the most common phobias in women, but there isn't very many extreme cases of arachnophobia. Now, I'm going to explain to you what exactly my fear with the spiders is. Sorry, it's really uncomfortable, but I really feel that this is necessary. You guys will be able to see what somebody goes through that has an actual phobia of something. So, when I was young, I saw my mom afraid of spiders, and, because she's my mother, and I'm like, oh, Mom, why are you afraid of spiders? And then I became afraid of them. So, that started with that. I was able to, I would say my fear wasn't that bad. I could deal with seeing them. I could kill them. I could do all that stuff. I couldn't touch them, obviously. I didn't like being around them. They're kind of creepy, but I was okay. I could kill them. I could stomp on them. I could throw a shoe at it and stuff. I could hit it with. I could have taken a paper towel and pushed it on the wall and squished the spider. Then, one day, when I was 16, something happened to me. And for me, this is what triggered my fear of spiders to become an actual extreme phobia of spiders. So when I was younger, 16 years old, I lived with my Aunt Nicole, and, we were living in Canada. I was living with her. I only lived with her for about, 6 months or so. And, I did chores in order to, even as a kid, you're supposed to do chores around the house. Like, you clean your room, you clean the bathrooms, and you clean the kitchen, you do the dishes, stuff like that. Well, I would do cutting the grass, I would water her plants, I would clean my room, I would clean the house, vacuum, normal stuff. And I really wanted to go see my boyfriend one day. He was coming to visit me, so I was really excited. I wanted to go see him. And my aunt thought it would be a great idea, because she knew that me and my mom were very fearful of spiders, to make me clean the front window, which was, I want to say, almost took up the front half of the house. So basically there was a house, a big window in the front, a door, and a garage. Huge window. And this window was infested with dead spiders, live spiders, big spiders, small spiders, lots of spider webs. Oh, my feet are uncovered again. Okay. Every kind of spider that you can think of. And she thought it would be a great idea to make me clean that window. She gave me paper towels, a sponge, and some Windex. And she told me to clean the window. I really, really tried. At the first couple minutes, I was freaking out a lot, because there was a lot of them, and, they're live, so they're going to be crawling on me. So, I was freaking out, I was upset. But I said to myself, I was like, Jessica, get through it, it's okay. And I started doing it. And they started crawling on me, and they were everywhere, and it really, really got to me. I started crying. I remember it was this hand. They were crawling all over my hand, and I didn't know what to do. So upset. I was just hyperventilating. I was just so scared and upset and crying, all of that stuff. I remember going into the bathroom and taking a shower, and I literally scrubbed my hands right down to being raw. Ever since then, I can't be anywhere near a spider. Now, before I was able to kill them, I can't kill them. I can't even, step my shoe on them. I can't throw a book at one. I can't do anything to do with that. I can't even be in the same room as one, even if it's a little tiny spider, even if it's a daddy long legs. I can't have my feet on the ground when I talk about them. Like right now, I can't have my feet on the ground. I can't have them uncovered. I have to have either socks on or I have to wrap my feet up in my pants. It's also extreme to the point where if I see a picture of a spider in a book, I can't touch the page. And every time, I go through seeing a spider and everything, I really have a meltdown. And it's really, really bad. I can't do anything. Obviously, I call my boyfriend, I'm like, oh my god, please kill the spider, I can't even be in. He's like, well, what do you want me to do with it? Do you want me to throw it in the garbage or throw it down the toilet? I say to him, listen, don't tell me where you put it. Just tell me that it's dead and it's gone. Because I don't want to know where it is. Because if he tells me it's in the garbage can, I won't want to go near the garbage can. In fear that the spider will be alive and come after me. It's so bad. That's my main phobia. It's very, very serious. I'm so frightened of them. Even thinking about this right now, it's like I don't know how I'm gonna be able to sleep right away. I'm gonna have to lay there for a couple minutes because I feel like there's tiny spiders all over me right now and they're biting me. Oh my god, it's so bad. So I think it's really, really serious and people need to be aware that it's not a joke. When I remember being chased with spiders and stuff in their hands, and I would freak. I would cry, I would scream, I would almost feel like I was being tortured. So, yeah. It's really bad. So please leave me feedback, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos this month, so you probably are going to not want to watch me because it would be so boring. You guys might still watch me though. Alright, so please leave me feedback, let me know what you guys thought, and I will be making the video in a couple of days. Thanks guys, bye.